Hello and welcome to this video on Power BI. Are you tired of static, boring titles in your Power BI reports that never change? Imagine looking at a dashboard and seeing a tile that simply says diamond details. No matter what filters you apply, it's confusing for your audience and frankly a missed opportunity. What if your report title could change automatically to give your users immediate context? A dynamic title changes in real time based on the filters or the slicers that the user interacts with. It's a simple change that makes your report more interactive, professional, and user friendly. In this video, I'll show you two easy methods to create dynamic titles from a simple quick fix to an advanced robust solution. Let's get started. First, the simplest and the most common way to create a dynamic title is by using a card visual and a basic DAX measure. This method is very perfect for a title that needs to reflect a single value from a slicer, like a specific color in my case. For this purpose, I'm going to create a new measure with the name of title simple. In this measure, I'm going to say bring in the selected value of the color from the slicer. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on title simple. Then I'm going to say details for, let me close this, and then I'm going to use the ampersand symbol. Then I'll say I want to display the selected value of the color. The reason I'm using color is present as a slicer in my report. So any selection that I make here, that's going to be reflected in the selected value. And if nothing is selected, I'm going to say display all colors as a default value. This is now created. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this title simple measure into a card visual. For that purpose, I'll first move this existing title as a reference value here. Then I'm going to add a card visual. To this card visual, I'm going to pull in my newly created measure, that is the title simple. Once this is added, to give a more real feel of a title, I'm just going to switch off the category labels, and I will also switch the background for this particular card visual. Now this looks perfectly like a title. If I'm going to select anything in my color, it is going to reflect that selection. But if I'm going to select more than one, it's going to display all colors as a default value. Now this is working fine, but this is not the most appropriate solution when we are going for a case where there's going to be multiple selections. For this purpose, we need to have a more robust DAX logic. To achieve this, we'll use a combination of DAX functions like has one value, is filtered, and an if statement. To demonstrate this, I'm going to create a new measure called as title advanced. And this title advanced is going to use the functions has one value, is filtered, and an if condition to build a more robust DAX based solution for dynamic titles. I'll click on new measure. My measure name is going to be title advanced. And inside that title advanced, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say create a variable called as selected color. And this selected color is just going to store the selected value from the color slicer that I have for diamond. Then I'm going to say return if there is one value that's selected for my color, then simply display diamond details for and then the selected color. I will also say if there might not be one value selected, If there is just some filtration happening on my color column, then I'll say display details for selected products. In the else part, I'll say if no filtration is happening, then simply display details for all products. Then I'm going to close this brackets. So that's all. It's a very simple measure that we are creating here. Now, once this measure is created, we'll replace our existing card visual that is using the title simple with title advanced. I'm going to change this from all products, all colors. Now nothing is selected and so my title shows details for all colors. When I'm going to select a single color, it's going to say diamond details for that particular color. And when I'm going to select multiple colors, it's going to simply say details for selected colors. Now, what if you want to be extra descriptive and list all the selections when multiple items are chosen? For this, we'll use the powerful CONCATENATEX function. This is a game changer for user experience. As of now, multiple values are selected in colors and my title display details for selected colors. To achieve this using concatenatex, I'm going to create one more measure with the name title list. I'll click on new measure. In this title list measure, I'm going to say if some value is getting filtered in the diamond color column, then display a concatenatex of all the selected values from the color column. I'm going to use if. I will say if is filtered of the color column. If something is filtered in the color column, then I'm going to say display diamond details for. I'll have a ampersand, and next to ampersand I'm going to say concatenate all the selected values using a concatenatex function. Inside that, I'll say values of color. This values function is going to return me all the unique values of color that are selected in my slicer. And I'll say this color. Then I'm going to add a comma because the comma is going to be acting as a separator for this concatenatex column. If not, details for all colors. Then I'm going to close this bracket. So here what I'm saying is if something is filtered in the color, then display diamond details for and concatenate all the selected values. If nothing is selected, just display details for all colors. I'll have this measure added to my report. Now I'm going to say change from title advanced to title list. So if here nothing is selected, so it says details for all colors. If I'm going to select something, it's going to say diamond details for E. And if I'm going to select multiple colors, it's going to just add all the colors displayed separated with a comma. So there you have it. Three powerful ways to create dynamic titles in Power BI. By replacing your static titles with these simple measures, you're not just making your report look better, you're making them smarter and more intuitive for your users. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more similar videos.